Hi everybody, it's Linda from the Crafting Depot, and today I want to paint. I don't know if you can see this, but I drew out a cat, some whimsical flowers, a snail, a bumblebee, a flower over here, and I had done it the other day, just practiced. So I figured, let's do it today. And what I was thinking was that I would do, this is my sketchbook. I was thinking half of it would be a pocket, and then over here we could do some whimsical flowers, a whimsical butterfly, and a snail walking up the wall. So what I'm going to first do is tape off part of the sketchbook, and then we're going to paint. So what I'm thinking about using is my number 3 Grabby watercolor brush that I got with the watercolor kit, and I also have a number 2. I don't know if I'll use the Princeton Velvet Touch number 8 round, but I have it here. I have 2 jars of water over here. I have a rag that I use. It's a cotton rag. And I have the Kuretake paints that I love, and then I have a palette. So I'm going to first, well, I already wet my paints, and I'm thinking about using the cadmium orange. So I'm going to put the cadmium orange in here and wet it down a little bit, add some water. And then I want to use the cadmium yellow also on the cat, like I did before. Put a little bit more paint in here. And we'll add a little bit more. Okay, so let's just start with the cat. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so everything is dry, and maybe what I will do is just use my other brush and just wet the cat a little bit, not a lot of water. I'm just going to put a little bit of water on the paper. And now I have a pencil line, and what I'm thinking about doing after this is using a pen, a black pen, to outline the cat. I'm not too worried about it being super realistic, and like, I know we worry about our artwork being perfectionist, and I'm I'd like it to come out really good, but I also want to show you that it's okay if it's not exactly perfect. Okay, so I wet it down. And now I'm just going to drop a little bit of paint in there, and I'm going to go across the body and up like this, under the neck, and just bring it down like that. And then I think what I'm going to do is add a little bit of some red. I think I'm just going to drop in some red and just do that. I mean, if you're painting your cat, you can paint it any color that you want. Okay, so then I'm going to get the cadmium yellow, and I'm going to go around the pencil line where I already added some water, and I'm going to bring the paints down and blend it in with what I have on this side of the kitty cat. Okay. And then let's just blend that in. Like that. And drag it across the bottom. Okay, so now we have to do the same thing on the top. So we're going to just take our brush and add a little bit of paint, not paint, I'm sorry, water. I'm gonna go around here. I think I just did that. It's senioritis, guys. I'm sorry. All right, we're gonna go around like that. And then we'll get some of that cadmium orange and we will go around the eyeballs like that and the face. Around the ears like that. And just go around the eyeballs and the mouth, which we're going to draw it in later on with black pen. And I'm going to go over the nose because we're going to also add some red to the nose. Okay, there we go. And outline it like that. And then there's like a little upside down pyramid on the forehead right there, which we will fill in. Okay, and then I'm going to get some red, and I'm going to just do a little bit around the nose, and a little bit around the cheeks. That, and then more red, and I think what I'll do is the V up here, and now I'm just doing wet on dry, this little point here. There we go. And I'm going to go back in and go over the ears with the cadmium orange like that. Okay, the next, well, let's go underneath the chin a little bit more. Some cadmium orange. Yeah. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do is wet my brush, and you can use the same brush. I don't know why I'm using a different brush. I don't know. Okay, and we're going to go down the tail like that. And then I'm going to get the cadmium orange, and I'm going to drop it in the tail. And around like that. So now this is wet on wet, because first thing I did was I wet the tail, and now I'm dropping the paper, not the paper, the paint in there. There we go. Okay, so then I'm going to get some more red. Red is here, and I'm going to drop it into the tail. Just bring it around and spread it down. Like so. There we go. Bring that down. Maybe I'll get some more red and go in here. And there. And just go around the bottom. Okay, we're good. Okay, the next thing I want to do, and I'm not going to put the black in my palette, But I'm going to grab some black, and I'm going to go, it's going to be wet on dry, because the paper is dry. And then I'm going to rinse off my brush, clean it, and get some cadmium yellow. And I'm trying to be very careful not to touch the black. And then I'll let that dry. And then I want to paint the snail. So I'm trying to think, what color do I want to do the snail in? So I'm thinking maybe this purple over here. Well, first you know what, I'm going to use the same brush. I'm just going to clean it off, wet it, and I'm going to go in here like this, and I'm going to just wet his shell. And I'm going to grab some purple, and I'm going to go in here like this. And I'm just going to outline the shell. And let that dry. And then we need the body. So maybe what we'll do is this lilac. So we'll go back in, wet the brush, and we'll just wet the snail's body. And we'll go around his neck, his head, and we'll avoid his eyes. Let's see if I got enough water on there. Maybe too much. So I'm going to dry it off and just wet his body. Okay, and then we'll go in with the lilac. And we'll just go like this. And it does seem a little light. Maybe a little too light. Hey, Baxter, come on. He hears me talking to you. We were sitting on the lanai, and I said, do you want to come in? And he just looked at me. Here he comes. Hey! What you doing? Here he comes. Okay, so that's kind of light. I think I might want to mix that pink lilac with some of the purple and maybe get, let's see what happens. We get a little bit darker. And there's the head, a little better. And I think what I'll do is take the purple and maybe mix it with a little bit of maroon, just to make it a little bit darker. So we'll go back in and we'll go over that. And go around the shell. Like that. Okay, next thing we're going to do is use the gray, and it looks like I have some yellow in the gray. I must have been, let me get some of that out. Okay, so we got gray, and I'm just going to take the gray and I'm going to lightly outline the and then I'll put some water in there. I don't want it to be too dark. Let's see what happens. There we go. Okay, so we got that done. Next thing we're going to do are the flowers. So, what should we do for the flowers? We have pink. It's with the pink, so we could do this one in pink. And these are just, you know, make pretend flowers with 3 petals here. And then I think I'm going to do the malachite. I like that color over here. Let's see if that comes out. Yep. And I'm doing dry, wet on dry. Paper's dry. I'm adding wet paints. Just wet up a little bit. Get the malachite. There we go. And that's a little bit too much water. So when you have too much water, all you do is press your brush down, and then it will absorb some of the paint and the water. Okay, so we got that. Then we have this pretty flower over here. This is really very simple, not difficult at all. So let's put a little blue in here. So we have ultramarine blue over here. And we'll just fill in, we're going to use dry. Well, we're going to wet this a little bit more. And that's probably too much water. And we're just going to go around like that. These look like forget-me-nots, I believe. We'll fix that. And we'll let that dry. Okay, so then the next thing we want to do are the eyes. So maybe what we'll do is use cobalt blue, even though cats don't, I don't think they have blue eyes, but we're going to do it. So we're going to go in here and we're just going to do a little circle. And over here, we're going to do a little circle. And then we're going to fill the rest in with our pen. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do is take my brush and I'm going to wet around here. And you can use a larger brush than this. I'm just going to go around the pencil because we're going to use our pen to draw in the pencil mark around the snail also. So not worried about it. I'm basically just trying to show you that we can have fun playing with watercolors and adding them to our journals. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a pocket and a tag. And if you want, you can make this into a picture just, you know, by blowing it up bigger, adding more to it. Okay, so when this happens and it starts spreading, all you do is go in with your tissue. I'm using the, actually, you know what I have to do also? I see this and I want to get rid of it. And let me get rid of that little pencil. Okay, there we go. Done. And then I'll just spread some water here so that it will adhere the paint the way that I want it to. Okie dokie. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is add, this is what I'm thinking. I'm going to add the horizon blue. So we're going to do horizon blue, just a very light blue. I'm going to add more water. I'm just going to drag it down to give us a cute little background. Whoops, wrong one. Now we're just going to go around, wet it, and go around. And we're just filling in around the flowers, around the bumblebee, with the point of our pen, of our brush. There we go. Let's see if we can drag that around. We'll go around the kitty like that. And then around here like this. And I've decided to change what I was going to do. I was going to go over here and go over that, but I think what I'm going to do is put more flowers. Okay, so let's add more flowers here. Make sure that's dry already. All right, so what are we going to add? Purple. No, that's not purple. That's cobalt violet. But then above that it's turquoise blue. Let's do the turquoise blue. Let's see what that looks like. Yep, looks good. Add a little bit of water to it. And now we're going to do this, that, whoops, there, there, and there. And I'm not too worried about it. You know what? It's too big mistake. We're going to take that out. It was too wet. The paper, it felt like it was dry, but it wasn't. So we're going to wait on that. And then we're going to go down here, make sure this is all dry. Because I changed my mind and decided to put some flowers in here. So we're going to put, we'll do it up here. Put a little flower there, a little petal, another little petal here, a little petal there. One there, and one there. Fix that. There you go. And I'm going to go back into the, oh no, it was the cobalt blue. I just want to touch this up, the cobalt blue. Fix that. I have to let those dry. Okay, and then we're going to do a little bit more of the horizon blue, and we're going to come down here with it around the face and over here. And just drag it. Okay, so now I need to let this dry, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so let's go around this. Wet the brush, because that was wet on dry. Now I'm adding some water. There wasn't enough water, that's why it came on like that. So we're going to wet over here. We're going to wet over here. And we're going to get the horizon blue. Wet. Drag that in there. And then bring that up. You know, I was thinking about, and I think I'm going to do it, it's going to be one of my next videos, is experiment with some abstract painting, which I think, you know, when I look at it, I'm like, it doesn't look hard, so it's just based on how you're feeling at that moment and what colors are drawn to you, and I think we can do it. So I want to do that with you guys, and then we can, you know, make something of it or hang it up, whatever we choose to do. You know, we could cut it up, make belly bands if we want. We can just put it in our journals. Okay, we're going to go in here like this. I'm going to add more water. Because a friend and I went to see this artist last Friday night, and he was amazing, absolutely amazing. So he did realistic and he did some, you know, abstract. Extremely talented. And painting, drawing, making journals, it's all about practice. My first journal that I made was terrible. And, you know, I'm doing it now a year, so things have changed. Okay, so I'm going to turn my book like this. I'm just going to go close to the neck and make it a little bit darker. Like that. And around the face. Okay, there we go. And then I'll go around here like that. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do is add some of the cadmium orange in the center of this little flower and the center of this little flower. And then I'm going to go back into the blue, and I'm just going to do the outline. Not too much, just a little bit around the outside. And you can see the leaves aren't perfect, but that's okay. Just going to drop it on the outside like that. And go back into the orange. Just give it a little dab. Okay, so now the next thing we want to do, oh wait, let's do this right in here. This is bothering me. Like that, and we'll go like this. Okay, so now the next thing we want to do that I think really adds a lot is use our pen, but before we do that I have to dry it, so I'll be right back. Okay, hopefully I dried it enough, but now we're going to make the little wings, not the wings, the antennas. Now we're going to come down with the feet, and we're just going to go down like that, and then we're going to do the back feet like that, and then we're going to go around the wings, and we're just going to use our pen to go around the body and around the back body. Okay, and then we're going to go around the flower petals, these whimsical make-believe flowers, and we're going to go around like this, and then around like that, and then draw in that pencil line that I did, that I probably didn't need to do. There, like that. And let's do his antennas. And we're going to go around his head. And his little body. Go like that. And then up like this, his shell. And then what you could do is do like a little swirly thing like this. and then bring it down like that. And then go around and do his eyes. Okay, now we did this side, let's do the flowers. The petals of the flower. And the inside of the flower. We'll do this one. So we're going to go around the inside of the flower and the petals. Like that. There we go. And then like I did here, except don't do what I just did. I got my hand on here, which is sweating. So let me get a piece of tissue and go over it like that, because I'm sweating. And I kind of smudged it. So now you know, don't do that. Going over the tail. Like that. Up the body. And then we're going to go around the head, across the head, the ear. Okay, now we're going to do the nose. And we're going to have to go back in there and make it a little bit more pronounced. Okay, so the eyebrows are going to be like this. And then the eyes, I'm going to outline the eyes. There we go. Okay, and then this little part of his head I'm going to outline. And then I think what I'm going to do is in here where his ears are, I'm going to make a little triangle. And I can always go in there again. Okay, now you can see where I went over, I was sweating, my hands were sweating as you could see. Alright, so what I want to do are the same things that I did here. I'm just going to make it little whimsical flowers, and I'm going to go like this. And you know what, I can go like this and make leaves here, a little stem, and then a little leaf. There we go. This one I can go around the top like that, bring it down like that, and do a leaf like that. Okay, so and then what we want to do are the whiskers. So each cat needs a whisker. Well, so we're going to do 3 whiskers here, and then over here we're going to do 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then we're going to just go over this again like that. But you're not going to do what I did. You're going to be more careful. Oops, make this a little thicker. There we go. Okay, so now we did the butterfly, and I think what I want to do is just go in and color in the leaves. I'm going to make the leaves hooker green. So I'm going to get a little leaves. Bring in the green. Bring one in here. Being careful not to press on there. And then what I'm going to do is come up like this, do a leaf here. I'm going to go up there. I'm going to do a leaf there, And I'm going to do another leaf here. I'm going to do the same thing here. We're going to go up here. There we go. Let's give it a little point, a little point, and a little point. All right, let's get that hooker green. A little bit of that. And we will go in here. Color that in. There we go. And then all we need to do is his eyeball. So maybe we will do the burgundy in his eye. Let's see. There we go. So we got the cat. Now I want to get the inside of the ears, and I'm going to do Rosemander. I just grabbed some of the Rosemander, gotta wet it. And I'm just gonna go in here carefully with the tip of my brush and do the same thing over here. And it looks like it's some of the paint, some of the, not the paint, the pen. And then I'll go down here. There we go. Okay, so we got that done. And then I think what I'll do are some hooker green sprigs. We'll do some hooker green sprigs here. Cat is sitting in the whimsical grass. We'll just put the point of the brush down and then just turn it. There we go. Okay, so let's go over to this side, and now we're going to lift up the tape, and I'm not going to put the tape down yet. I'm going to carefully on this side, because now this is going to be our tag, and we're going to do some, ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot of pink. We're going to mix this in here with this, what we have here going on, and we're just going to carefully go in there and paint this whimsical butterfly pink like that, and the same up here. Okay, there we go. And we're just coloring it in. Like that. Okay, and then we're gonna grab some yellow ochre. I gotta wet it. Grab some yellow ochre and just dab it down the head and the body. And let that dry. And then we're going to turn it and we're going to do the snail. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to do burnt sienna for the body. Burnt sienna. And we're just going to do dry on wet and do the outline of the shell. Wet my brush a little bit, and then I'm going to spread that paint. And move it along. Like so. And then I'm going to clean off my brush. And I'm going to paint some flowers while that's drying. So then we're going to get some veranda. Let's get some, let's wet this. See what that looks like. Okay. We're going to do some veranda flowers. So we're going to do one here, a petal there. I'm going to do a petal here. I'm going to do 5 petals. There's one. We'll pick up the blue that we had before, and we'll do another one here. So it's like you're painting rectangles. 3, 4, 5. And maybe what we'll do is the cadmium orange. We'll get one down here. Same whimsical flower. Use the paint that we have out already. 3, 4, and 5. There we go. And then I think I'm going to take the gold, and we're going to go in here. Let's see if that came out. Yes, it did. I'm going to put some gold in here, and gold in here. Okay, so now I want to dry it. Well, before I dry it, yeah, I want to dry it, and then I'm going to color this in. I'll be right back. Okay, what I do want to do is put in some hooker green leaves. So we're just going to go like this. And some leaves here. Put a leaf here. Maybe get some more hooker green. And the idea is to just enjoy yourself. Don't beat yourself up. I don't think that was hooker green. I'm going to go over it. There we go. And mix that. Go over this. There we go. And do some more. Let's do some leaves here. And we'll give this a leaf. Okay, now let's go down here and do the snail's body. I'm going to use a different brush. I'm going to go in with the yellow ochre. which is coming out thick, like gouache. And we're going to go like this. Around the head. Yeah. And then just go over his body like that. Okay. Now, the next thing we need to do is the background. So we did the blue down here. I think we're going to keep with that, although it's going to be too, it's going to blend in with this. So maybe we'll do a different color. What color? Maybe we'll go with the, nope, not good. Not the veranda. Maybe we'll go with the cadmium yellow. Let's see. And then we've got to be very careful over here. I could take the tape, this is dry, I could take the tape and just put it down like that, and then go over it with the cadmium yellow. Oops, over here, like that. Let's get more cadmium yellow. Let's mix it in here. Let's get water. More cadmium yellow. We're going to need a lot if we're doing that background. Okay, let's see how we go. All right, we're going to go around the back, around the bottom, or the side, depending upon which way you're looking. And we'll go around here, around, carefully, because this is still wet. I should have dried it more. Okay, here we go, around here, and we're going to color everything in, and then we're going to use our Posca pens and finish it off. Let's get more paint. Put it in here. More paint. Let's put a little bit of water in there. There we go. And we're just going to fill that in. I think it looks good. And just go around that with the point. And this time I'm just doing wet on dry. So I'm going around this, down here, like that. And it's okay if you see a little bit of white. It just adds to the whole picture. And there we go. Yeah, so I think my next video will be an abstract, just playing with watercolors and see how it comes out. We'll do watercolor, pens, and just play. Some doodling over it and have fun. Okay, there we go. We're going around. We're going in. And maybe we'll give that butterfly just a little bit more color. Okay, let's go around this. And just around that snail's head. And then we will color in the antennas. And onto the body. Okay, so now we have this going on. And we need to let it dry before we do anything else. Okay, I'll be right back. So for the butterfly, let's just add a little bit of, maybe we'll just put a little bit of this hooker green because we have this here already. We'll just put a couple of dots here. 1, 2, 3. Put some dots here. And some down here. Okay, and then we'll clean that off and we'll get the pen and we'll outline the petals, go around the center of the flower. And the whole idea is to be relaxed and enjoy yourself. Just play with your paints. Around the leaves. Okay, let's do this one. Go around this. Around the leaf. And then around the center. There we go. Okay, now so this snail has a different whimsical shell, not like the other one. We're going to go up and do this because he's not a realistic, but we can tell he's a snail, right? I think so. And then just go over the shell like that. Okay, now the butterfly, is it, yeah, no, let me try this again. Okay, I'm back. So with the butterfly, let's outline the antennas, and I'll just like to do these curly antennas like that, and we're gonna go like this, and we're just gonna make the outline of the wings like that. There. And then I think what I'll do is go around these circles. Just brings it out a little bit more. And then we'll do a little eyeball here, a little eyeball there. Okay, so we got that. And then maybe what we'll do is give him the burgundy, the maroon rather, eyeball. We'll go in here and just do there. Just have to be careful that I don't bump into him. Okay, so here we're going to do some whimsical little stems, and you're going to get leaves like that, and you'll get one over here, and I'll put the tissue down so I don't. Oh, you know what? We're going to go down here. We're going to go around like this. And you're going to go up. Like that. And like that. And then you are going to come this way. And you're going to go like this. There. Okay, and then we're going to do it again. We're going to take the Hooker's green again. We're going to wet it. We're going to wet it right in here. And we're just going to go over our leaves. With the smaller brush. There. And it's okay if you go outside the lines. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take the tape off. We don't need that right now. Wash off my brush. And then I'm going to get out my pen. And I'm going to, so this is a Uniball Signo Uniball pen. It's got a small little point. And I'm just going to do little dots in here. There. And we'll do little dots. Little dots. Little polka dots. And then here we're going to just do little lines. Little lines. Actually, it'd probably look good with the black. Let's go over it with the black. Yeah. Better. The pen's having a little bit of a hard time drawing over the watercolor. Why is it having such a hard time? Let's do this. Let's try the Micron. There we go, the Micron. So this is a Micron fine liner 0.2. That seems to be working better. Okay, and then with the dark blue, I think I'm going to do white. There we go, little dots. Okay, let's go with the black Micron. Let's go like this. Then we'll do the same thing over here. Okay, here we go. I am really sorry if this is too long. You know, that's what happens when you get sitting down at the table and start painting. It happens. And then we'll do some lines. On the leaves. There we go. And we'll do the little leaves. The big leaf. The little leaf. Did Did I get them all? No, you need to get this one. And then let's do these little leaves. I don't even think you see this. It's so tiny. Here we go. Yep, you see that one. See that one? Okay, I'm sure there's a lot more that I could do, but I think I spent a lot of time on this. I hope that you enjoyed it. What I'm going to do is we're going to put it into a book. So hold on.